Instagram stories. Could that be a game changer for your real estate business? How often do you post on stories currently right now? And what if I told you it's one of the most powerful tools you could possibly use? Instagram stories is more and deeper than just showing what you had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's a powerful tool where you potentially could build a know, like, and trust and be able to do additional business with individuals out there who can learn about you and learn about your business and be able to potentially decide if they want to work with you or not. In today's video, we're going to be going over how many times should you be posting on Instagram stories? What should you be posting on Instagram stories? And at what point could you potentially close business because of Instagram stories? Okay, let's go deeper on this concept because I want to talk about the psychology from the perspective of someone posting on stories and someone watching stories. Because someone buys from someone they know, like, and trust, and you really want to go deeper from that perspective. So when you think about knowing, I like to post things from the perspective of who am I, what do I like to do, so I can be able to build a know, like, and trust. If it's cars, or it's going to car shows, or it's food, or it's family, or it's house hacking, I will bring those things up within my stories to be able to attract individuals in my life to potentially have other people be like, what is Norman doing? And that's very interesting from a couple different perspectives. Now let's go deeper with what you could be doing. As a licensed real estate professional, you go to brokerage tours, you look at houses, you understand interest rates, you understand your area. So what could you be posting if you are going out to, say, brokerage tour, a house? If you're going to be going out to lunch with one of your past clients, could you potentially get them on stories talking about how it was a pleasure working with you? If you like to golf, or you like to play baseball, or you have a family and you're going on a trip, could you potentially showcase that trip and what you're doing to be able to add additional value? When you're working with your preferred lender and your preferred lender knows the interest rates. Now, this rate might not be the exact rate to the customer you're going to work with, but could you talk ballpark figures with rates? So that way you can then not only build a know, like, and trust, but have individuals watch your story after 30, 60, 90 days. If you being consistent, they'll be consistent watching your content because they're curious about what you are doing and what you're up to. All right, now let's take actions. What's the action steps and how many times did you post a day? At what point could you potentially close business? What should you be posting? And this is going to go into and follow suit with what we just talked about as far as going deeper with the process. Now, I would recommend that you post morning, at lunch, in the afternoon, because in the morning time, you're getting up, you haven't really started your day just yet, and you can talk about how you start your day. Do you read a book? Do you go on a walk? Do you go to the gym? And how does that help you throughout your day? Then once you go and you start your day, did you just go through an escrow? Did you just close a client? Did you just meet a new potential client? Did you want to take a selfie with that person at the bagel shop in the morning when you're off to go to an appointment? Take that selfie, tag that person, put it on story. And then when it's lunchtime, what are you having for lunch? And it's not so much about what you're having. It's more so about the calories. Are you counting calories? Are you keeping track of what you're eating? Are you being intentional with your eating? Can you talk a little bit about that? Because maybe someone else out there is also counting calories, or they're being intentional about what they're specifically eating. So you can tie that into the process as well. And then in the evening, what are you doing for dinner? Are you taking a walk with your family? Are you going to be going out to literally with your kids? Are you going to be taking a drive with your dream car that you just purchased? So you want to start thinking about what could you specifically put out there that's automatically going to build value? So value is your number one key performance indicator from having success with the story time that you post on stories, because when you post on the front end, they'll just see like coming soon, just sold, just listed, maybe a highlight, maybe a reel, maybe a video. But on the back end, they really want to see what you're up to and be able to get a little bit more of a behind the scenes look. So the action step is to make sure that you're posting for 30, 60, 90 days consistently, morning, at lunch, in the afternoon. It's going to take you 30, 60, 90 days to form a habit, which is going to be a new behavior. Not to mention, it's also going to take that same amount of time for someone else to be able to get in the habit of wanting to watch your stories on the other end. So you have to make sure that you're consistent with it to be able to get to that next step. Because once you're posting stories and you're posting things that you like to do as well, you potentially can get referrals or business of people that like the same things. Cars, car show, golfing, baseball, traveling, food. Those are all potential prospects and individuals that might want to work with you. People want to work with someone that they enjoy working with. Someone wants to work with someone that actually gets them lit up and excited about what's going on in their life, because then if you follow someone on stories and they're excited about their life and you're excited about your life and you share what's on stories, it goes both ways. And it's so amazing too, because on the back end, like I said earlier, you can go ahead and tag the individual that you just saw at the coffee shop, or tag your customer who just closed escrow. Get a quick video testimonial. If you're going to an event, you could potentially do something at an event to get some stories. I love to get as many stories as I possibly can at events. There's another example. And then I take all those stories, I go to InShot, I put together a reel, and then I can tag as many people as possible. So live is stories, behind the scenes is stories, front end is gonna be the reel that highlights the event that you just were at. Okay, so you have your next steps and you know specifically what to do, and just remind yourself that your stories will only last 24 hours. So when you post in the morning and you post in the afternoon and in the evening, and you stay consistent with it, then you'll have about 24 hours of the consistent posts going to be available. So when you start posting tomorrow morning after this video, or you post right now after this video, just know in 24 hours it's going to go away. And sometimes it's good if you've been posting consistently that it does go away. But this is what I want to do for you, and I want to help you have more success with this process. I want you to set up a no obligation online strategy call with us at Liftoff Agent, because what we can do is we can go deeper into your goals and what you're doing with your stories. Because not only could you be posting on stories about what you're up to, you can also take polls. Do you think the market's going to crash, or do you think the market is going to flourish? What do you think is going to happen with interest rates? Do you think they're going to go above or below? And once you put in polls and you ask questions to your audience, you can then also put in links, and you can drive individuals somewhere like your website. And if you had a guide, then they can download a relocation guide or an area guide, because if you're talking about your specific area and you said, oh my God, I just launched a new website, I want to go ahead and give everyone the ultimate area guide to see what's going on from weather throughout the year, shopping, food, the whole 9 yards, then you can drive them to your website to download that guide. You could put a link into your stories. And as you start to build up, you have people out there, depending on your content, depending on your reels, depending on the posts, and depending on the stories, you can get hundreds of views, which I'll see an influx of anywhere from 1 to 200 views on my stories, depending on if it's a weekday or a weekend, or if I'm traveling and what I'm doing. And imagine, we actually had a guest on our podcast, Brad Lee, that has over 41,000 plus followers on his Instagram. And he's getting upwards of, could be a couple hundred to a couple thousand people looking at his stories. And so he's actually filled his pipeline all because of his Instagram stories and being able to drive them to a newsletter. So stories can fill your newsletter pipeline, your website for retargeting, download guides opportunities. People can be asking questions. So there's a lot of call to actions that you can do within your stories to maximize the opportunity of having more success with your Instagram stories. I would say that Instagram stories is the #1 most powerful tool that you can utilize, and then you actually bring that together with your long form on YouTube or your shorts, Instagram Reels, and then also TikTok. You could do the short form there. And with everything combining together, Instagram short is always my last point of interest. Right before I go into actually an appointment, true story, I will go on stories, see what the person's up to see if I can relate to the person on whatever that they're doing, and I make sure to bring that up into the meeting. So I want to make sure you try that next time. I want you to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, set up that strategy call with us. And then I want you to go and look at your individual prospects' stories if you follow them on social media, because guess what? You could even be able to comment on the actual stories behind the scenes within Instagram to have more of an intimate conversation with them. Whether you just want to do the heart, I always look for who heart stories, and or if you just want to potentially just say, oh, congratulations on the new baby, congratulations on the new car, congratulations on the new job. It's just a great way for you to be able to get deeper connected and build those relationships, have people be able to build a know, like, and trust with you automatically just by leveraging the past 24 hours to have more success within your business. Was that helpful? Are you maximizing stories? I would love to know. Give me your feedback in the comments below. Set up that strategy call, like, subscribe, notification bell, so we get this video out to more people. Of course, you can send it to someone that wants to see it as well, or you think that should see it, especially if you're a coach or a mentor and you're helping other agents and you're already maximizing it on stories. why not share this? God bless, take care. I'll see you on the next one.